Today we have a new moon in Aquarius, and normally during a new moon we want to set intentions for how we want our life to look, in a couple 2 weeks from now, or maybe six months from now. What I feel for many of us, yes, we want to set intentions, but this is a time for us to kind of go inward and really take a really hard look at our life and see what is not working. And we're being asked to make some major changes in our life right now. And this may feel very uncomfortable. Many of us may be suffering from some level of anxiety right now, and just from this sense of we need to make decisions. And this has to do with a major pillar in your life. So either your career, definitely your finances are getting hit. So if we find that we have invested a lot of money into an avenue that is not working for us, this is like a massive wake up call going, I need to fix this. So right now, if you can, or when you can, take time tonight to really sit with yourself and accept where you are. It's interesting. Acceptance is a word that has been brought to my awareness a lot. It's when we really accept where we are that we can start making adjustments. So we're not really hoping for something to be different or wishing things were different or what if. It's like really sitting down and being clear that this is the reality, this is what we're working with, and making decisions based off of the information that we have available to us today. And again, this is when we're going to talk about setting intentions, but how do you want your life to look in the next 2 weeks to 6 months? Really, we're going to be talking about 6 months. But then what actions do you have to take, and what corrections do you need to make in your life right now? So this new moon is going to feel, or even if you're not subscribing to the idea of the new moon, but this part of your life right now, there is a wake-up call. Aquarius is about being rebellious, and we may be feeling really the fighter within us. We may be fighting with the reality of what's being placed upon us. But it's really like, what is not working? How can we, how can blaze a new trail for ourselves? And that's what we're being asked to do right now. And again, this is going to be, or this may feel like an uncomfortable time. Now, again, that doesn't mean all of your life is feeling awkward. It's just like there's this one thing that you're really trying, but it's a major thing that you've been trying to make work for you. And, you're at this point now where this has to shift. Like it has to. You're having a massive wake-up call. And you're like, what, my finances, I've tapped out on my credit. Or, I am really stuck at this job and this is just not working for me. Or, I've been living in this situation and this is just not working for me. And it's not working for you in such a way where it's impacting other areas of your life that you're like, I can't keep going on like this, because I definitely don't want my life to look like this 6 months from now. So this is what I'm talking about with the wake-up call. You're like, this can't continue. This has to stop. And really and I'm going to keep going back to, a lot of this has to do with foundation and finances. So many of us are having a wake-up call on our, I want this to sound more gentle, but we're waking up to what isn't working, and maybe we need to abandon a project that we've been working on. Maybe we need to abandon an idea, or at least put it on pause and replenish our resources. So right now, our major ask of us is take a pause, replenish our resources, so both emotional and physical, so our body, like replenishing our body, replenishing our foundation, putting the energy and effort and attention back to us, so we're able, when your cup is full, you can give to others. That's very important. And when you start feeling fulfilled and we take the time for ourselves, then we can really start looking at, again, if this is a project that you're working on, then you can come at it with more vigor, more energy, and more excitement, because you're not going on fumes. So that's really some of the stuff that's going on here. Also, for some of you, this could be about, because when we think about fixing poor behavior. And again, if it's so financial based, it can also, some of this could be translated to eating, where maybe we've been not treating our physical body well by what we're eating, what we're taking in. Maybe we're drinking too much. Maybe we have caused stress on our physical body by how we're treating it. So this is a really important time for us to, again, wake up call, to make some shifts here. And from the uniqueness of an Aquarian, we like to have an interesting life. You may be asked about living differently, changing your lifestyle, changing your where you're living. If that's not working for you, this is the time for you to be really thinking about that, because sometimes in life things do not show up for us because we're not supposed to be putting roots where we are. So if you find yourself that you're in a city or location and things aren't showing up for you, it really could be that life is asking you to not plant roots there. And again, rethink your energy and resources. Maybe it's time to make this big shift, because again, what isn't working for you isn't working. So there is a point where we need to work hard to prove that and do our due diligence to make something materialize for us. But sometimes we also need to just shift focus and go back to the center in ourselves and go, okay, well, I have to look at this in a different manner. And this really is a time for, you can fight, you can work really hard, you can really try to make things happen. However, you're depleting yourself. And if you're really depleting yourself, you can't keep going that way. So that's really part of the message that's here that you're having, is that this is a time for change. You're in this part of your life, kind of like you're on the road, and this is when you're supposed to go left or right. It's not really just going forward. It's like, this is you need to start making some changes right now. So please take the time this evening. Again, also take the time the next week or two, really to look at your life right now and look at these things that are really not working, because it's more than just like, letting go, it doesn't work. It's like really making some lifestyle changes, because this is about making lifestyle changes and making sure that you're fulfilling an emotional part of both your emotional and your physical self. So you're in balance. In balance, you're in balance and feeling fulfilled, because many of us right now are feeling majorly defeated and depleted, and we need to shift that. And that's what this new moon or this moment in our life is asking of us. My best to all of you. Bye.